This is the plaintiff, Radimus Torres. He says he was coming out of his elevator, and the defendant's crazed pit bull ran out of her apartment and attacked his poor, defenseless Chihuahua. The defendant's dog had no leash or harness. His dog needed 2 hours of surgery, and the defendant says she isn't going to give him a dime. Ha! We'll see about that. He's suing for $988.59, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Stephanie Meyerson. She says the plaintiff's dog was standing right outside her door, and the plaintiff was nowhere to be found. He has to take responsibility because he's the one who's negligent here. You can't be 10 feet down the hall and just let your dog roam the halls in an apartment building. Her dog was just defending himself, also got hurt in the scuffle, and that's why she owes nothing. She's accused of losing control. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $596.74 for vet bills.
Okay, Radimus Torres, you are suing Stephanie Meyerson for $988.59 in vet bills that you have incurred as a result of what you say is an attack by her dog on your dog. You're counterclaiming your vet bills in the amount of almost $600 because you say that his dog is responsible for the injuries on your dog. What happened?
Well, normally I take the dog out twice a day, and during the evenings I take her out and she does her business and I bring her back in.
Okay, now this is an apartment building?
Bringing her back, yes. Okay. It's a condo. It's
okay.
a condo.
And
so,
you live on what floor?
Well, I live on the second floor.
And she lives on the same floor?
She lives on the first floor.
First floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was coming out, I walked through the hallway to take the steps, and then that's when her door opened up. I have a picture.
Okay,
really,
let's see.
Shows
her door
pretty,
opens up. Is your dog
clearly.
on a leash? Is your dog on a leash?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of leash? It's
the retractable one.
Check that out. Look at you with your bad self there. Where had you do that? How'd you get like demonstrative aid? No, it's very nice.
I'm computer savvy.
That's fabulous.
If you'll notice as I walked out, see that the closeness of where she's standing.
So what happens?
So she opens the door, and it seems as though she was going to go out, and her door, of course, her dog was. I guess she uses her dog for protection for the apartment. So the
Why?
Dog
what kind of dog is it?
It's a pit bull. Yeah,
okay.
And as she opened the door, and as I walked past, her dog came from behind her and grabbed a hold of my dog.
Okay, was she about to walk her dog, or she was just about to leave her apartment?
It seemed as though she was going to go out that day.
With the dog, or no? No. Okay,
no.
So the dog escaped, you think?
The dog escaped.
It's not on a leash.
Not on a leash, not on a
dog
harness.
Comes out from behind her. Did you actually see that happen, or you're surmising?
I saw the dog
come out from behind her.
But it was so fast, Judge.
Okay,
yeah,
but you saw the dog come out from behind her. And your dog is a Chihuahua.
Yeah.
And that's a pit bull.
Yeah.
And the Chihuahua is being walked on a retractable leash. And how long is the leash at that moment?
I believe it was probably maybe 6 to 10 feet.
So it's on a 6 to 10 foot. And is your dog like lagging a little behind you? Or?
Yes.
Okay. And then her dog comes out. Everything happens too quickly. And what happens?
So her dog eventually got a hold of my dog on top of her neck and was able to get a grip on the dog. So when I pulled on the leash, I couldn't get the dog out of the grips of the
No, you hurt the dog more.
Jaws.
So what happens?
So what I did was that night, because it was a cold night, my wife and I, we dress our dog. It's a short-haired Chihuahua, so you put a little coat on her, so she's okay. I was able to.
Do you have a picture of the dog in the coat?
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of your dog?
No, I didn't bring that one with me. But this is the dog. Just to show you that.
That's a sweater, not the coat.
Yeah.
I want you to see what's on the back end of this.
On the back end of what? Oh my God, the dog's in a pair of jeans and a T-shirt. Oh, there's no dignity in this. Seriously. Do you guys have kids? Okay, you need a kid. Okay, because seriously, this is like. All right. So what happened?
So I was afraid, but I did put my hands in there, grabbed her by the coat, and was able to pull her out of the jaws of the pit bull.
Okay, what's she doing while this is going on?
She tried, and she did try, to hold or retain the dog and pull the dog back into her apartment, but it was hard for her. So she did her best. I was able to pull my dog out. She's, at this point, on the floor, and finally contained her dog. And I said, Stephanie, are you okay? Is the dog okay? And I made sure that everyone was okay. Yes, we've been living in the apartment at least for more than 5 years now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And you knew there was a pit bull in that apartment.
Yes.
You just didn't expect it to escape.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're usually very careful, Judge.
Show me all of your vet bills. They total what?
Yeah, they total a total $928.59.
Okay, and car fare as well.
Yes.
Now, what you were there when the quote attack happened. Did it happen the way he's saying, or was it different? Yeah. You tell me your version of how it happened.
My dog was not in the hallway.
All right. Then what happened?
I was ready to go.
Are you getting out to walk him, or are you
I
just
was ready to go out to walk him.
Oh, you were
and
getting out
he's
to walk.
behind me because I look out my door before, because I know my dog. I look out my door before I leave. But the Chihuahua is so small that I don't particularly see it.
What are you looking out for?
I look out for people. I just make sure there's no other dogs. He's not, he doesn't love dogs. It's tight space. So I make sure there's nothing going on.
Is the dog on a leash when you make sure?
Of course. He's behind me on a leash.
Okay.
So I look out, no dog. His dog is sitting on my doormat, which
On
is...
your doormat? How do you
Yeah.
not see him if you're looking out?
Well, because it's 2 inches. I just
Wait,
quickly
the
looked
dog
out.
is 2 inches big?
I mean, it's little. It's like this
I'm
big.
sure it's little, but it's not too...
No, it's probably 6 inches.
It's 6 inches big? How big is
I
this
mean, it's
dog?
little.
Show me with your hands how big the dog is.
I would say about 9 inches.
Okay,
Yeah.
so...
Anyway, so
Oh, wait, she's got all
the
glasses.
dog is on my doormat, and Bob is 10 feet away from the dog.
Okay.
That's really the issue. The issue is she's on a retractable leash.
Hand the picture to my baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
He cannot take care of his dog if it was my dog or any other dog because he's nowhere near his dog.
Okay.
My dog and his dog got into it. I jumped on the ground. I had gloves on, so I couldn't grab anything. Like I was trying. He's nowhere to be found. He's at the
he's not nowhere to be found,
Right.
'cause
He's
his
at
dog's
the
on
end
a
of the
leash.
hall
He's
going,
10
oh
feet
my
away
God,
or
oh my God, oh my God. So I'm dealing with the whole situation. I finally get his dog. I hand her to him. He takes her. There's blood on the ground. He said, "Are you bleeding?" I said, "No, I'm not bleeding, but my dog's eye is bleeding." She must have gotten scratched in the...
Okay, when your dog, I want to backtrack a second. When you open your door,
Yep.
your dog is on a leash.
Yes.
He says it wasn't, and you're saying that's not true. Your dog was on a leash.
Yes.
All right, you walk out.
But he put...
Yeah.
He
blew past you because
blew past
saw,
me.
he saw
blew
food.
past me.
He saw food.
Right.
So
he saw food.
Okay. And there is no question your dog then latches because they're animals. That's what.
No question.
Okay.
They got into it.
Don't use the phrase "they got into it." Explain what happens next with actual
He
facts,
charged
not your
past
conclusion.
me and ran to the dog.
And did what?
And
Opened
went on
his jaw,
top of
went
his
to the
dog.
neck.
Well, I couldn't really see his dog because my dog's much bigger, but was on top of his dog.
Okay. So then what happens?
So my dog got a scratched eye, so we let it, for a couple days. It progressively got worse. We took him to the vet about a week later, and here's my vet bill.
Just hand it to my bailiff, please.
And after the
What kind of
vet-
dog do you have?
He's a mix, mutt.
Pit bull mix?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a rescue.
Oh, what's that?
Well, it's a sty that came out after the incident. So
Okay. What day was the incident?
the 22nd.
Okay. Now, this vet bill is February 2nd, which is several weeks later.
It's 10
and
days.
has things
It's
like
10
a
days
canine
later.
booster,
He had to get rabies.
fecal, ova, and parasite test, Giardia test. What does any of that have to do with the attack?
I told the vet what happened. I said, he had blood. He said we didn't need to do a full range of tests, so that's what they did.
That's not what the paperwork you gave me says, ma'am. What the paperwork you gave me says is examination, comprehensive rabies canine booster, then a bunch of tests. Blood work should be done annually to make sure your animal friend is happy and healthy. Reminder, and then all the other tests that you have to do a year from now, which are mostly the same tests that you had to do here. Are you taking a $596 annual vet bill that you take your dog to as a matter of maintenance and trying to use it to not pay a $928 bill?
No, I'm not.
Rather than just arguing the facts?
No, I'm not.
I'm going to ponder this one. This one's a little grayer than the usual.
All rise.
So the plaintiff's dog was on a 10-foot retractable leash. Does that comply with the leash law?
It does not,
How come?
because it's not 6 feet.
It's true 6 feet is normally the rule, but so if it can extend beyond 6 feet, if it can, it doesn't comply.
It doesn't comply, and if you can't control your dog, you shouldn't have it out anymore.
So does that mean having a 10-foot retractable leash is like having no leash at all?
Yes.
So you're saying the plaintiff is in violation of the leash law?
Yes, definitely.
Interesting. Going inside the courtroom.
You know, I wanted to give this one a little more thought because it's, you know, it's not so black and white. On the one hand, you're walking your dog is on a leash, and from your perspective, it's like, what? I did everything I'm supposed to do. I'm walking my dog, and my dog is on a leash. From your perspective, I open my door, and before I don't even know that I have to control my dog, Judge, because there's a dog sitting on my doormat. I don't think the dog was sitting on the doormat. You're in motion, but you're in motion most unfortunately in front of the apartment where the dog is about to walk out. The one thing that has concerned me is whether, I hate those retractable leashes. I do hate them because people have this false sense of giving their dog more liberty. That's exactly what we're not supposed to do. The whole idea of the leash is to contain the dog. I took a recess because I wanted to see whether there's any case law in your state of New York that talks about whether controlling your dog just means for your dog not to cause injury to another person or property, or whether it means also for injury not to be caused to your dog. It does mean also for injury not to be caused to your dog. I think that's what makes this case a little different. I'm most disappointed in you because I really do feel that you are pushing upon me a bill that was a routine maintenance kind of bill and trying to say that it happened as a result of this attack. It didn't. I really believe that it didn't. What I'm going to do in this case is I find that there is some fault on your part, having one of these retractable leashes, being 10 feet away and unable to control your dog. But I don't find it 50-50. As for your bill, he needs to pay zero of it based on the lack of proof. As for your bill, which is $988.59, including the car service, which would be a compensable expense, I find that she has to pay 75% of it, which is $741.44. Verdict for the plaintiff. That is my judgment.
Thank you, Judge.
75% responsible for the dog fight. Here's the defendant. What's your reaction to this?
He's negligent, so, I mean, I don't agree with it.
What about trying to foist the whole bill upon the court?
Well, I wouldn't have gone to the vet if his eye wasn't hurt in the fight, so that's pretty much why I went.
All right, so just head right around the corner there. And let's see what you say. You got 25% responsibility for the outcome. Step up a little bit. Tell me what your feeling is.
Well, I feel, the dog has... I feel somewhere there should be a law that says dogs have some sort of rights too, that dogs, we could go anywhere, where we please because it's a free country.
What kind of rights should dogs have?
A dog should have that some sort of free right to walk where they should be walking. But her dog has had a history of violence also. It has been other. So
how are things in the old neighborhood between the two of you?
It's eggshells, little eggshells, walking on eggshells.
Let's go over to Harvey.
This gentleman said that the leash law means that you have to have a leash no longer than 6 feet. That is true in many jurisdictions, but not all. So you really should check the laws of your state if you're a dog owner. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.